Let's say that we wanted to rotate PQR 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the origin. We can basically do that in 5 steps. Before we do anything though, we have to get our grease paper, right? Remember I told you, you're going to need it. And you're going to lay it over your object, okay? The first thing we need to do is to identify the center of rotation and the object. So we said this is my center of rotation right here, okay, at the origin. And I'm going to identify my points. So I'm going to bore holes through each of my points. So this is P, Q, and R, okay? P, Q, and R. And I'm going to just mark those points off on the grease paper. It's P, Q, R. Cool? Now, the next step is to mark a line where you start and where you want to end up. So we want to start here, right? And we said we're moving 90 degrees anti-clockwise. So we're going to be moving in this direction. But the thing about it is that we won't necessarily need our protractor to mark off the exact angle, because we can use our grid to our advantage. We can use our axes. Remember that on our axes, each of these is 90 degrees. So if I'm starting here, okay, if I'm starting along this part on the axis, then 90 degrees is going to be right here, because I know that the axes are at 90 degree angles to each other. So this is a 90 degree angle, and this direction would be anti-clockwise. So this is where I started, and this is where I would have ended. So I know that if I turn my grease paper this way, once it lines up with this axis, then that would be 90 degrees. So let me do that. So this is the third step. Third thing you're going to need to do is to put back your point at your center of rotation and actually rotate. Let's do the rotation. So I'm going to turn it around 90 degrees. And bam, that's 90 degrees. That stops exactly at 90 degrees. Now, holding your grease paper firmly, plot these points on, so these are going to be the points of your image, and you need to plot them on your grid. So this is going to be the image of P. So I'm going to bore a hole through P. So this is going to be P prime right here. This is going to be Q prime. Okay. And this is going to be R prime. So R prime is going to be right here. So I'm just making sure that they're marked correctly. Now I move my grease paper and I'm going to plot these points. So this is going to be P prime. This is going to be Q prime. Remember, Q prime was up here. And this is going to be R prime right here. And these will be the points of our image. All I need to do now is to connect them. So we get a different color. And this figure is the image of PQR when it is rotated 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the origin. Now here's my question for you. Look at the object and look at the image. What do you notice? What changes and what stays the same? Well, it's the same shape and it's the same size, but the main difference is that they have a different orientation. It's set differently. Therefore, we can say that the object and the image are congruent in a rotation.